Hello, 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 Taurus. Welcome, welcome. How's everybody today? Hopefully good. Whoops, 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 whoops. Make sure I do that upright. My name is Patti. I'm here to do your intuitive tarot for September 13th through the 19th. It is intuitive, so I do have a lot of energies that do come through. Maybe not be just one. So the spread may show in several different ways. So for those of you returning, thank you also for popping in and supporting my channel when you hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. I appreciate that very, very much, more than you know. I am doing things a little bit differently again this week. I said in September I was going to do a current past energy because there's a lot of low vibrations going on out there, and I'm trying to figure out why everything is so low in with each sign. So hopefully this will resonate with you. It is a general reading, so the live chats are always open. You can ask questions, but I won't answer those unless it's related to what we're talking about until the end. So if you have a question, you can ask it. That way people can go on with their day or watch other tarot readers or that kind of a thing. So just know that those questions will get answered. Now, if you ask a question, be ready to know the answer, because sometimes as a conduit, it might not be something that you want to hear. So be real mindful of that. I have to look. I just had a protein shake and I didn't realize I put chia seeds in my protein shakes. Sometimes they get stuck in there. So hopefully if that's not happening, or you guys will have a good laugh throughout the whole video. All right, so let's get started. Man, this symphony thing, Divine sure has really, really fighting us to keep working together. Let me tell you, he is just working hard. The last one was about harmony, definitely symphony kind of harmony, music kind of harmony. It's like the earth sign is definitely about pulling things together in harmony. And the number 11, number 10, number 1, number 9, all coming up. These energies that are right in front of our face, definitely trying to get us to pay attention. All right, so let's get started here. So I'm going to do, first card is your future, or your past, your current past, which could be 3 to 6 months, definitely. And that definitely, I see what the problem is there right off the bat. Okay, and then we'll go into your current energy and your future energy. I think I pulled this card almost 3 times for you guys, so 2 times for the earth signs, at least twice. Okay, so Divine's card, and for those of you that are brand new, the Divine's card is a question that you've been asking, an uncertainty, something that you're not sure of, something that's heavy on your heart, whatever it is. This is the answer, the message to you about that from Divine, second dimension. So I'm not sure what that is that you're asking or you're struggling about, but it is about a grand symphony. It is about the number 9. So it is right in front of your face. It's almost like, really in the forefront that you're thinking about it. Sometimes we're thinking about it too much, and then we can't let Divine work and have that interaction. We have the grand symphony, which means that in this context, this means that we're trying to do something alone. And it doesn't work. We have things and tools and given us in place. It's like even tarot itself, the source is divine. This is where all the messages, downloads, everything comes from the second dimension. However, tarot cards are the resource. So you don't look to tarot for the answers. You look for divine to give that answer through. Okay, so that's a big thing, is these work together. They don't work separately, they work together. All right, so what is it in your life that you're not working together, you're sort of fighting against? And this is huge with the planets and the new moon, because this is, as I'm recording this, we are still in the new moon energies of the 7th. I'm on the 7th right here, but you're coming into these energies of the other planets through the 13th, 14th. A lot of changes happening with those planets, and it's going to create a lot of chances for communication to be either misunderstood or clarification, and you got to go and watch that about communication, especially for Virgos this month, definitely. and how you're going to have strength or courage to get through some of these questions, being more vulnerable. Okay, so your current past. The problem is I think what's holding you back and avoiding or making a problem or not things turning out the way that you want them to is because it's about the intention. Okay. Now this can be in a lot of ways, but it is also the number 4, which is about bringing balance, bringing harmony, bringing a good foundation, a solid foundation. However, if somebody's not doing that, either their intention has been off, or the intention is weak. The intention is scattered. I feel like somebody doesn't even know who they are or what they want. So do you know what you want? Because this is your card, this is your energies for your past, kind of a thing. All right. And what that means is that you've got to really know what intention is. Some people do have good intentions, some people not so good intentions. Some people have intentions of manipulation to get something to turn out the way that they want. And some people go with the flow. Their intention is to let divine work and let things happen how they're supposed to. However, this person, I don't know which one it is for you, but it's one of them. But I would hope in the past that it would be the intention to let divine work. Work is magic, because I hate to say magic. I don't like that word, because magic is an illusion. Miracle is actually something that happens and comes to fruition in reality. All right. But your current energy is the number 8. So coming together. Okay. That is about a process, and it's about a process of coming together. It doesn't mean it is already. It means it might take some work to make it to have come together, because again, this has popped up twice already. The number 3, Field of Dreams, in the 3rd position, the future. So this is sort of your choice, your decision, and to acknowledge which way you want to go. But do you really know which way you want to go? Because it's not something that you're going to probably do alone. This is something that you're going to do with someone. Okay. And the Field of Dreams is you can be single and alone, but a lot of the things you do, you might do together with somebody. All right. Doesn't mean that you have to be with somebody in a relationship. It's just maybe you got a buddy you hang out with, or you go do things with, or you travel with, or whatever it is. All right. All right. Let's get the energies of your reading here. Too many cards, sorry. And if you're, while I get your spread going, if you would, to support my channel, please go ahead and smash that like button, share, or subscribe. And if you subscribe and you want to know when I'm on live, because all my readings are live, or most of my things are live, just like the new moon reading down below, just hit the notification bell and you'll be notified when I am on. All right, so let's see what we've got here. Yeah, definitely. Somebody's really, really in their head, and somebody is thinking too much. They're almost to the point of depression, anxiety, panic, that kind of a thing. I don't want to say panic, but uncertainty. Thank you. Uncertainty and doubt. Low vibrational words of uncertainty and doubt had popped in. And that's because you are thinking too much with your head. The 2 of Pentacles is definitely about doing too much, trying to do too much on your own. Your intention is to try to do it all by yourself. And that's not the intention especially for this reading. We have the Lovers card. A lot of good things coming. However, somebody's holding themselves back. Everything's coming together for Taurus. Things are starting to come together. This planetary, I'm going to be looking at the numerology and the planetary part of it too, because it's coming together because there's communication there. There is the intention is being made clear. Before in your past, it wasn't clear. So maybe now it's going to become clear. All right. So, and the reason why I say that is because we have the Lovers, the Star, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, this might not be a lovers because there's lots of different reasons, different types of love. And this may be something that is going to help with your future. The star in the center is your balance card. This is something that is going to bring a lot of good things. This is something that you've been sort of waiting for, sitting on, kind of a thing. But it's going to also help financially open a door. I don't know who that's for, but it is definitely this relationship, whatever it is. It could be love of a friend, love of a partner, love of an intimate partner, that you're so focused on in the doubt process. Just know that things are actually going to turn around if you allow them. Don't force anything, okay? Because there is an offering coming up. You're going to have the choice to go through that door, through that gate. That's going to be your choice. And it's going to take some wisdom to figure that out. So it might be somebody coming into you that may be helping you make that decision. Should you go forward? Should you not go forward? Thing is that Emperor is about human knowledge. It's about earthly knowledge. When I look at this, and if I have to ask a decision, if I have to, decide if I'm going to do something or not, I never go to somebody here first. I go to divine or God and say, hey, you know what? Did you want me to do this? Did you not want me to do it? Trust me, he tells me right away. Or he doesn't answer, and then that means wait. Okay, if there is no answer from divine, or if you're not getting confirmation, or if you're not getting something like a acknowledgement to go this way, or go this way, or go with that person, or not go with that intuition thing that I'm talking about, then you wait, because it's not in your timing; it's in divine's timing. So it might be, but if you don't wait, then you won't know. Okay, your challenge card is the Five of Wands. Again, this is trying to fight, stand up for what you believe in. There's like somebody isn't going with the flow, somebody doesn't agree with you, and somebody has some Taurus has their horns up and ready to attack. It's like, well, you don't agree with me, so what? And then you get into a kerfuffle and you all that kind of stuff. That's where you got to stop. This is your Five of Wands, is to say, you know what? Is this really worth fighting over? Is this, they don't know me, they don't know anything about me, or do I really need to fight about this? So knowing when to stop fighting, because that's creating problems for you. Your first card out and your last card out is like somebody just doesn't know when to stop. So I don't know what Taurus that for, but that's the stubborn part of the bull. It's like, I'm going to move forward no matter what. Now, sometimes that makes you look like a fool. Now, this might be somebody coming towards you. This might be somebody in your circle. This might be your characteristics. I don't know. I do know that things are trying to work together for good, but somebody thinks that I have to do it all, or I have to be the one to make it happen. I have to make things happen. And they're doing way too much, because that plate is so overfull. That you just like, I can't focus on one thing. And when you can't focus on one thing, you can't give 100%. When you have trust me, I used to be a multitasker all the time. And when you can't focus in on one thing, there is no way in God's green earth that you can give it 100% attention. That's sort of like having 3 relationships, 4 relationships, but you want a serious relationship and get married. You got to focus in on one. You got to focus in on one. Oh, not a problem, Lena. But you got to focus in on one relationship, not 2, 3, 4. Yeah, when you're young and dating, you go and you test the waters, and it's like, oh, this person sounds interesting. Okay, I'm going to stay with this person and try to see if it's going to go anywhere. But you're not going to tail all 3 other people along. That's not right. That's using people for your own gain. That's not right. All right. So we do definitely have something beautiful moving and trying to come together. Again, we have to look at the past. What intention is there? Is it selfless? Is it selfish? So somebody in your circle, your group, or somebody you know might have more selfish intentions. You have to look at the selfless intentions. Okay. So I don't know if that's somebody in your circle or not. All right. But definitely somebody is focusing in way too much on the brain and the thinking, overthinking something too much. Time to go with the flow because your current energy is to come together. Okay, it's time to just go with this flow. Okay, you don't want to go with the flow too much. Okay, yeah, I know what they said. So if you go with the flow too much, it makes you lazy. And it also makes you not accountable for your actions or not responsible. So if you have a guy or a girl that's saying, well, where do you see us going with this? Let's just go with the flow. That's saying, I don't want a commitment. I don't want to be responsible. I don't want accountability. So you know what? I'm just going to say, let's go with the flow. I would run from that person. Because the thing is that go with the flow and you have to get clarity. You've got to ask. Again, this is the new moon energies, and I did put the link down below here just a few minutes ago so you can pull that new moon reading. Is that you've got to be intentional about clarifying the things that you don't understand. So if they were to say go with the flow, okay, so what is go with the flow to you? Let's just take it easy for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Go with the flow means, okay, just for the moment, for me, like, let's go with the flow for the first month or two and see what happens. And if it's beyond that, I'm going to start questioning, what are your motives? What's your intention? Okay. Some people are afraid to ask, what is the intention? Because number 4, it's balance. This is about balance. This is about finding some good, solid foundation, some solid grounding. So that's what the number 4 is about. Okay. All right. Ooh. All right. So we have the Hermit, Virgo energy. We have the Hangman, and then we have the 4 of Wands again. Number 4, this is all about foundations and grounding. Foundations and grounding. We've got 1, 2, 3 number 4s. We got number 1. Let's see, 15 to 17. That's an 8, 6, 6. Got a couple of 6s. And the couple of 6s bringing that in together, this is again about harmony and improvement. Okay. So the number 6 and 6 is about the lovers and getting advice and some experienced knowledge. The Emperor is about experienced knowledge from the earth. Now, if this was the Hierophant, I would be saying spiritual knowledge, like going to a pastor, a counselor, a spiritual counselor, a light worker, something of that nature. However, this is earthly knowledge because somebody is going to go to their friends. Somebody's going to go to somebody that they're going to just get what they want to hear from, that kind of a thing. However, the Emperor is somebody who's experienced, have been there, done that kind of a thing. So that is where that knowledge needs to come from. Again, that's about the harmony and the improvement. Okay. And the number 8 with this, it's a process to get that harmony. But, relationships take time. And you need to learn about each other. You need to look at the whole picture. That's why the Hermit card is here. He's looking at the whole picture. He's standing up on the mountain and he's looking at the whole picture. He's not just he's not on a microscope looking at something really, really close like Virgos do. He's looking at the whole thing. Okay. Concerning is we have the Hangman in reverse. That insight, that spiritual insight, somebody's not paying attention to. Or they're not locking into it to hear what they need to be hearing. Okay, again, it's about foundation. It's about growing, bringing something together and into a beautiful, beautiful thing, because it does have your field of dreams. Okay, a celebration of some type. However, this concerns me because it's the number 4. We've got to know where our base foundation is. We've got to know where we're headed, what we're doing, what the process is, where we're going. And this might be the thing that the some Taurus is thinking about, is that their head is into too much of the process for themselves and not asking the other person's perspective of what we're going to do, where we're going to go, how we're going to do it, when we're going to do it, and that kind of a thing as far as move forward in life. Okay. Somebody's got too much on their plate to be thinking about that. All right. But definitely the Hermit and somebody, their insightfulness isn't, it's like somebody turned off or put blinders on for a little while. Okay. So take the blinders off, get clarity, and this will stop the doubt, will stop the depression, will stop the anxiety, the panic attacks, or whatever you're going through. It will definitely stop it. Okay. And it'll also give you clarity for your challenge card too. Okay. You won't have to fight or argue about anything because you'll have clarity. Yeah. So the thing is that we're not clear because sometimes we're afraid to know the real answer. All right. We don't want to know. It's like some people talking about, please tell me the truth. I have a friend that tells me the honest truth, whether I want to hear it or not. If I ask a question, I need your 100% honesty, because they know that that's the only way you can learn and grow, by somebody being 100% honest. And some people who come to me and say, I said, tell me the truth. I need to know the truth. And like, you don't want to know the truth. I asked you to tell me the truth. If I'm asking you to tell me the truth, I need that so that I can learn and grow to a better person, a higher perspective. Because maybe I'm off. Maybe I am wrong. All right. So we have the 8 of Pentacles again. Definitely work. Definitely hard work. Trying to get your ducks in a row for something. Because the star in the middle is to bring something full of reward. Along with the field of dreams, which is your future energy, and as well as to give you an opportunity. I say opportunity because this has to be your choice to go through the gate or not, for whatever it is that it is there. Okay. All right. Let me try another deck here. I do want to get your challenge card is the 5 of Wands, so I do want to get a little bit more clarity on that. So if I can get clarification on the 5 of Wands, what is it that they're always fighting against? What is it that they're not allowing to happen? If you could share that with me, please. Somebody's not patient, definitely, because this is a slow moving process. So they're not patient, for one. And two, you have a heck of a time trying to figure out the intentions. Which way is it? So this is again about getting clarification. This is the planets, guys. This is the energy of Mercury, Mars, and Pluto up there, and then also Venus and Uranus is in there a little bit, but we've got some retrogrades going on. So this is definitely about a process of making a decision, just like, I don't know which way to go. The problem is you're asking the wrong thing. You're asking your mind, you're asking people, you're asking rather than bringing things together. Thank you. So they said you're not paying attention to your destiny. Okay. Destiny is the process to get where you're going, the things that happen in sequence to make something come to fruition. It's not you doing it, it's the destiny, divine putting a certain person in a place, or divine taking a person away, or putting a new job in, or putting whatever it is in or out of your life. Okay. That definitely is it. And again, we have more pentacles. This might be even somebody at your work, but I don't think so. I think this has to do with more of becoming financially stable in the future. And that has to be worked together with something or someone, a better job. If you're hating your job, maybe evaluating that job, because you got 4 pentacles here in clarification. If I can do this right. All right. So you have 4 pentacles there. So maybe somebody's job is not where you want to be. If it's a dead end job, this is time to reevaluate that. Okay, take your time to reevaluate, but evaluate, because life is too short. If you're going to be miserable and angry and bitter and can't stand going into work, this is going to create not only stress on your mind, it's going to create stress on your body, and that's creating stress on your psyche. It's creating stress in your intuition, because once you get some blockage, then the divine can't come through. The God can't come through because there's a blockage there. It's like having a wall. You know, do you have a wall with a window, or do you have a wall, or do you have a wall with a door? You know, it makes a huge, huge difference which one you have. Because if you have a complete wall, nothing can come in. If you have a wall with a window, you can open and close it and say, yeah, okay, fine. And then block, no, I don't want you in here. But then if you have a door, you have that opportunity to open it and go through it if you choose, or let whoever in if you choose. And that's healthy. Okay. If you're going to have a wall. In all realities, I try to teach in coaching to drop your walls, because that then allows a lot of openness in the psyche to be able, and your chakras to be able to grow. Okay. And not drop them as far as like protection, as far as fight or flight. Your intuition, you should be knowing, like if you see somebody walking and you're like, I don't like the energy of that person, I'm going to walk on the other side of the street. That is intuition to listen to. That is fight or flight intuition. That is protection intuition, divine saying, hey, get on that other side. Definitely, you know. All right. So let's see. I'm going to go to love and relationships here. Again, not everybody has love or relationships in their life, but we all are single at some point, trying to grow, because everybody wants love or is desiring love. So this is the cards for you. And if you're in a relationship, well, hopefully this will resonate with you. Are those upside down? Ooh. Okay. So I got it in reverse. So for somebody, that's funny. Okay. So we got this in reverse. It's the chess queen. It's trust and strategizing. This is what I was talking about, the intention to go with the flow kind of a thing. For some relationship out there, it is going with the flow. There is no plan. There is no forward planning. There's no current planning. There's no, it's all wondering, well, where am I at? What am I going to do? Or what are we going to do? What kind of relationship am I in? The intentions are there. It's somebody's just not paying attention, asking the questions, not being detailed, not getting to the nitty gritty, not doing your interview, get your interview hat on. When you go and date, the first couple of dates, 2-3 dates, 1, 2, 3, I give up to 3 dates and that's it. I mean, for me, it's like I should know by the 3rd date if I want to be moving forward or not with that person. Okay. And what I mean by that is, uh-oh, I have something. Hang on. I've got something that just popped up and scared me a little bit because I thought it was going to shut me down. Shoot, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, going with the flow is not healthy to a point. To a point. If it's, the first couple of dates, but no, by the 3rd date, there's where I was. Thank you. Is that even in the third phone call. I'll know if I want to even go out on a date with this person because I can really tell. I don't know if it's being an empath or if it's just my intuition or whatever, but what their intention is. I'll tell you right now, if you ladies out there are on any of the social medias and you get some guy sending you a dick pic right out of the way, if you're not ready for a booty call, then you need to tell him to go bye-bye, not respond or whatever, because that's all they're interested in. I tell you right now, I've gotten enough dick pics in my lifetime, especially when I was bodybuilding. You think that people, you're bodybuilding, that's all they think you're an object. And that's what some men think is you're an object. You're a sexual object, and hey, let's go for it. And you go sleep on the first date, then they really know the kind of, unfortunately, um, a promiscuous woman, or they start questioning it. Anyway, back to this. So, again, this is the same as one of the other readings that I just got done doing. Don't let pride get in your way. Don't let ego get in your way. Don't let fear get in your way. Pride and ego are fear. So they're fear based. And when somebody has to puff them up so big, that's fear. You have to look beyond the surface, like Earth. I think it was Virgo's sign. You have to look beyond the surface. You have to see what's underneath and why and what that intention is really coming from. Somebody might be just not know how to socialize between men and women, or women and men, or relationships in general. They may not know how to socialize. Okay. So it might be out of fear. This is where all these planets this next 2-3 weeks is going to be about getting vulnerable and asking those hard questions. Is it that, you're just, rather than jumping to a judgment or jumping to something, sit there and ask, because your perspective may not be their perspective, and they may be doing things the best that they know how to do, especially for abused people. They may not know how to interact appropriately. Been there, done that. In my old days, it's just like I would be afraid and shy and not how to act, but then I would act really silly and goofy and try to get attention that way, thinking that it was crazy times, crazy times. But I had to learn how to communicate better. All right. So the thing is with this in reverse, okay, we need it to reverse because it's about strategizing. It's about finding out what your goals are. It's about trusting that other person. It's about opening up and being vulnerable. Again, that is Mercury and Venus and Mars right now, and that's what's happening with this. We need to be opening up and finding out what each other wants, what each other desires, getting down to the bottom so that we can trust each other 100%. If you can't trust somebody, why are you with them? If you can't respect somebody, why are you with them? Okay, that is where pride and ego gets in. Pride and ego is selfish. Okay, and pride and ego is self-centered. When you release pride and ego, it becomes selfless. So this partnership needs to become selfless and understanding of each other's wants, needs, and desires. All right. Whew. Big reading. Big reading, Taurus. Definitely. Really, just to, really recap it, really know what your intentions are, because somebody doesn't really even know who they are or what their intentions or what they want or what their authentic self wants. Not what somebody else wants, not what somebody else is telling you to do, not what somebody else is telling you to be, not the way that your parents told you to be, not the way that, or whoever raised you told you to be. This is as a grown adult person, you have to know your own. That is maturity in your spirit, mind, and body. Okay. And that is the main thing divine is saying, that you have to do things in a sense where your destiny, all the things he says, I keep putting these things in place for you, but you're not even paying attention. I mean, I've done that with my life. I've gone back through every single scenario that I can think of and say, okay, where did he work? Where did he put these pieces in place? Oh, okay. Now I know why I took nutrition and fitness in college. Oh, okay. I know why I lived in Japan for so many years. Oh, I know why I studied criminal justice. Oh, I know why I'm spiritual being. I know why my intuition and I'm an empath. Oh, I know. It's because you put these things together and you see what he's doing, because he's doing it for good. If it's not for good, it's low vibrational. If it's to separate, divide, and destroy, that is low vibrational. And that is a realm that you don't want to go, because it'll bring you down. Been there, done that. And that was through choices and through a lot of things that I did from my head, thinking that I was doing everything right when I knew no better. Okay. And in a spiritual realm, I do everything. I don't do anything without divine's guidance. In fact, I'm waiting, which is really, really hard I'm waiting to hear back on something that is very hard to sit and wait. And it's taken almost 2 weeks now, a week and a half. And I'm just like, I'm on pins and needles now. I'm just like, okay, which way ever you go, I have to take it and I have to follow because there is something connected to that. So, and if he doesn't, then he's got something else it said, and there's something connected to that. That's the orchestra. That's the symphony. So each instrument, it has something connected to it so that it comes together in a very beautiful noise. That's our journey to come to good, not to destruct or low vibration. That would be to create confusion, to create doubt, to create destructive separation, anything like that, relationships, anything cheating, anything toxic, anything verbal abuse, anything of that nature is low vibrational because verbal abuse turns to emotional abuse. Emotional abuse can turn to physical abuse. So it definitely is a thing. All right. So, Taurus, that is your reading. What a reading, right? Hopefully, something resonated with you with Divine sharing this message. And don't forget, on the 20th, we will be back with your reading. There is the new moon, lots going on with the planets until the full moon. Now, we are in the waxing part of the moon, which means abundance in. So, whatever you plant and you put is a seed in the ground, it's going to come to fruition. Put love, put things of joy, put things of what you want and to come in abundance too. If you put love out, you're going to get love. It's sort of like manifestation. Okay. If you put anger out, you're going to get anger. If you put doubt out or confusion out, you're going to get doubt and confusion. Put things of high vibrational energies. Definitely, this is the time to get that seed, to plant the seed. Even with the planets, they're saying that so that you can bring more abundance in. All right. I hope you have a good week. And don't forget to smash that like button. I really appreciate all the support in doing that. And share and subscribe. Again, all my readings are live and you can interact. I do take questions, but only answer them at the end unless it's related to what we're talking about, because this is a general reading. And I hope you enjoyed this enough to come back. And don't forget to walk in absolute truth, not just truth, because that's earthly. Absolute truth is divine. And if you need to know the difference, email me. I'll be glad to share that with you. And walk in love. Take care now. Bye, Lena. Thank you for coming in if you're still there. Appreciate it.